have been meeting regularly for a series of pointless conversations. This is one of them.
Testing. Is that all right? Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant.
Hello.
And the little round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington.
All right.
Yeah.
Never gets old.
I got a text from Carl yesterday, Steve.
A text from Carl, yeah.
Yeah. I'll just read it to you. Okay, see you to Moz for a face rub at 6:30 then.
Wait,
no bum tubes, though.
Whoa.
So I was intrigued, and I called Carl and said, I think you just sent me a text by mistake. What's the explanation of that?
Yeah.
My mate, right, Russell, he said, you know, there's things that go on in life that you need to experience.
Yeah.
He said, just pop along. And I didn't say yes straight away.
What's a face rub? You mean a facial? Where you lay down...
You just clean your face with a flannel and that.
So you're going to go lie down with another man and have your face
Well,
filled
no,
with
this is what I was saying to him. There's a couple of questions. I didn't just say yes straight away. I questioned it. I said, well, I'm not that happy with this. I said, look, there's nothing weird going on here, is there? I said, it's not a house, is it? It's a proper clinic and that. He said, yeah, it's proper. You wear a dressing gown and that. I said, well, I'm not that
So he's
happy with
already
that.
got you in the dressing gown?
Yeah, well, I haven't agreed to that. Today I've worn a little
it's Russell
round
Brand.
polar neck sort of jumper so I don't have to take it off. It's not going to get in the way of my face. I made sure I didn't wear a shirt with a collar. I'm not taking this off. They can put the dressing gown on top of this.
Right.
I don't know if it's a woman who rubs my head. Don't know if it's a bloke or whatever.
Well, the thing is, you get extra, don't you, for your face rub, because your face goes all the way back over the top of your head down to the back of your neck.
But all I was,
so you've got a big face, haven't you?
All I was saying to him is, I'll have the face rub, but I don't know if once you're in there, they try and sell you the old... the bum tube thing.
What's a bum tube? Is that a euphemism? What are you talking about?
The thing where they pop a tube in and put coffee in your belly and it cleans you out and that.
An enema?
Wait, what the fuck is that?
That's a thing? What is he talking about?
What?
What is that?
They put a tube up your ass and put coffee in it?
I thought he's... belly.
What?
So what happens? You shit?
What do you get, like, cleaned out or some shit? What the fuck?
Detox. You get detoxed. I'm gonna let him go on. Just
Detox
so
with a tube.
I'm not understanding.
Anus.
I'm not understanding what's going on. Let's just...
The bum tube thing.
What's a bum tube? Is that a euphemism? What are you talking about?
The thing where they pop a tube in and put coffee in your belly and it cleans you out and that.
An enema? Why would you have that?
I don't want it. I don't think
Why
you
not?
need to. Just because I think I've said to you before about, you know, you don't need to be that clean inside. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind washing my face. But what occasion do you need where you're that cleaned out? Do you know what I mean? And it's always a clear tube and that, and you see all the stuff whizzing past. I don't understand why it's clear. I don't know why you've got to see what's coming out of you. Like it's, you know, like the generation game, making notes of what's whizzing past.
No.
Forget it.
I was watching some different TV, saw an amazing documentary. It was called Tribes. This guy, and he goes and lives with different tribes around the world, these small little indigenous people. And there was one, he went to Papua New Guinea in Indonesia, right, Carl? He lived with the Kombai tribe, all right? Now, this Papua New Guinea is an extraordinary place because it is one of the only places left on Earth that hasn't been fully explored. There are parts of it that it's just blank on the map because they've never explored there. They don't know what's there, they don't know what's going on.
You guys want to go?
So, firstly, that must...
No.
For what?
Why not? To discover. Conquer.
Bro, I feel like, you know, because there's a lot of pollution in New York, right? Like, you go outside, I mean, you become immune to certain shit. I feel like if you then go onto an island that is pristine and full of serenity, we would die. You understand what I'm saying, though? Because your body is used to so many toxins, right? And then you go there and you're like, there's no toxins, and then your body just goes, fuck it.
Fresh air.
Or do you think we get them sick? Because
That would happen too, of course.
We're bringing shit from
It's
here.
kind of what happened with the Pilgrims. Same shit, right? They came over, immune system built up, the people there didn't have, and then, right, we got all these vaccines and shit, all this other stuff. Yeah, no, why would I want to do that?
Why not?
I think that's why the government doesn't allow you to go on certain on those like
there's
islands with with those indigenous
There's a
people
lot of protected areas.
because you're gonna hurt them. You're gonna pass on a virus, bro.
Freak you out. Imagine that.
conquer.
21st century, they have no idea what's going on down there.
But do they need to know if there's nothing going on?
Well, they don't know what's going on. There could be stuff going on.
No, but there's no chance that they'll go, we haven't been over there, and someone goes and there's like an Arndale centre. nothing's going to be there, is it? So there's no.
Well, I'll tell you what is there, okay? There's these various small tribes. Some of these tribes are still cannibals, eating people from other tribes.
Do they know they could move on? Have they got a telly? Or have they seen a telly and gone, I'm not up for that? Or are they saying...
It's not the Amish.
They haven't chosen
But what is the difference between the Amish and these people?
Well, the Amish are a group of people that choose to live in that way. These people are just essentially untouched by civilization.
Yes.
I mean, they do have interaction with civilization, and people do come there, but they still live in this very, very almost prehistoric way.
They did buy a telly, but there was nothing on because there isn't any broadcasters.
They couldn't plug it in.
Yeah.
They're having an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
But there was one guy, okay, now he said that his brother was dying. This was a couple of years ago, right? His brother was dying. He said to his dying brother, what happened? Why are you dying? This guy said, it was a bloke in another village. Okay, he goes over to the other village, he kills this other bloke, right? He eats him, or eats bits of him. The other village gets a bit annoyed. They go, what's going on? Why did you kill this bloke? He went, sorry about that, right? They said, well, you need to make it up to us. He gave him a pig. They said, a pig's not enough. They gave him 5 pigs, so 5 pigs apparently made up for the fact that they'd killed one of them. They said, well, hang on, what are you going to do with this bloke's wife?
Why were they bartering? Why didn't they just get the police in and say, what's going on?
What police?
Yeah. Why didn't they call in Kojak? Because he'd have sorted it out, wouldn't he?
What I mean is, right, they're miles away from anything, but it doesn't sound like the great place to live, right? Could they not move? Could one of them go, do you know what, I'm sick of this. I'm moving or whatever, and go to a proper city. How far away is this? These Papa people to the next?
They're like the Smurfs. They're very like the Smurfs.
But how many miles away from a place with a normal life going on?
But think about this, Carl. Firstly, they don't speak the language. So they don't have any practical skills. They've got no experience of civilization. So even if they chose to go and live in one of these cities, what can they do? How can they function?
I think there's some bacteria that has better lives than that.
What?
That's got to be offensive. Okay, how about this is one of the weirdest things. This is one of the weirdest things, right?
An entire people, an entire race
Just
of people.
dismiss.
No,
Just dismiss.
I'm not having a go, but I'm just saying I wouldn't fancy it, is what I mean.
But they
You know what I
don't
mean?
know
We're living
of
in a
another world. How can they imagine that they could... Oh, I'll tell you what, this is boring. I'm tired of hunting for food and eating fish from the river. I'll tell you what, I'd like a world where there's iPods and room service. I'm going to go and move to New York. They don't...
Right, you know what it is? What Carl said, I get how it would be like seen as being offensive. But because Carl said it, I don't think it was offensive.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because you know he's not saying it. I don't think Carl's brain works in that way.
Yeah.
To try and offend people just based on...
I think he's just like delusional. Like he doesn't know, in a sense, he's just saying it because he doesn't realize like kind of anything about it. This is just the first thing that came to his head.
Well, it's
That's
not...
ignorant. That's not
Right, it's not
yeah,
stupid. Right, ignorant. But it's it's somewhat ignorant, but it's what I mean is it's not in a harmful way. Like he's just
He has
looking
no
at it.
malicious intent
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
It's just from his perspective. He's
Yeah.
saying, "Oh well, I don't know, I wouldn't want to live like that." And I'm sure I don't know. I didn't understand the whole like there's bacteria life, that live better. But yeah, I just don't think it comes off as offensive when he says it. Like if Sil said it, it'd probably be offensive. Because Sil's trying to offend you.
Yeah, but why would I say that?
That's what I'm saying. Precisely. You don't say it. There you go.
Like that. Oh, they can't because they don't know about it.
People go to these places on holiday now. They like a little bit of danger. They like to see how the others live. So all I'm saying is we know they exist.
Yeah.
The Papa people, maybe people aren't going there. It doesn't sound like the best place. I can't imagine it having a tourist board or anything, right? But would they accept me if I popped over there and, with Suzanne in Papa?
Well,
Eat you.
okay, this is one of the things that they do, okay, which is a tradition you may have to do. These combine, right, they invert their penises. So they push their penises back up inside their bodies.
Like a sock.
First of all, we do that too. They do it here too.
Let's not talk about that.
I'm just saying they do it here too.
Yeah,
But
they
then
do.
again, this was back then. Inverting. Well, I don't even think
that's
they
where it
invert
came
it. They don't do it here, right?
They slice that shit in half.
Yeah, don't they like? I actually don't know how they do it. Do they? Is that what's the surgery?
It's
I
an
honestly don't
inversion
know.
process.
Do they invert it?
Yeah.
Okay. Papa.
I guess they're the originators.
No, of transgenderism.
My dick hurts.
Your dick.
Transgenderism.
I'm gonna play. Yeah, transgenderism. That's what it's called.
Is it?
Is it actually?
transgenderism. Yeah, same shit. Whatever. You're gonna make me look up
That's
transgenderism.
not a word.
Let's
It's
look
not
this
a
up.
word.
We're gonna look this up. Transgenderism.
So that means when
You
they're
gonna
going.
apologize?
That says transgender. I don't see the ism.
It's in bold. You could see it. You don't need glasses.
They actually, that's Google though. It's not a real word. Actually, that's Google though. It's not a real word.
What for?
You know.
Well,
Keep
it's,
it out of the way.
Of what?
well, if you're running through the undergrowth chasing a hog, you don't want it flapping away, you know. But it's also become a kind of ceremonial thing. So if you were over there, you may well have to try it yourself.
You would have to try it yourself. If you went there, you'd have to try it yourself.
Definitely.
But even cavemen had little pants on. Why haven't they?
Whoa!
Slow down.
Rewind.
What do you mean?
Again, you've been watching the Flintstones.
No. It's just, you know.
Is it a leopard skin pair of pants that's actually quite a... Go on.
But it's a well-known fact that they wore like bear pants or whatever.
Bare pants. What do you mean, bare pants? No. Listen, you are a qualified anthropologist. So what?
I mean that, you know, whenever you see them on footage or in a museum.
Footage.
Yeah.
Or-
Whenever
or
you see
where-
that
Well,
early
it's a bit
documentary
shaky,
footage.
it's black and white as well, isn't it? Caveman footage.
You always see them wearing a little bit of fur little pants and that. So what I'm saying is, even though what year is it to these people in the woods?
I don't know what this conversation is
know.
anymore. He's just clutching at straws. His mind, it's like a fly. His mind, isn't it? It's just buzzing round. It's trying to find a window. It is just
It's
like
hitting against pieces of information, but then just bouncing off.
Yeah.
Dazed, perplexed.
That's a great analogy.
I was shopping with Carl before Christmas, and we went round sort of Piccadilly and St James's, and those really beautiful shops around there. And I went in one shop. You had to ring a bell to enter.
Yeah.
They came down, and it's like a iconoclastic sort of shop, and they found things from churches and nearly all Russian 16th century pieces onwards. This beautiful carvings and paintings and statues. And I went, oh, it's beautiful. And as I was looking round, I heard Carl sidle up to the bloke and go, "What's the newest thing you've got here?"
Yeah. Sure, that's his first thought.
I mean, that is the wrong question to ask of a man who's clearly in antiques.
Yeah.
Proud of the fact he's got 16th century iconoclastic Russian stuff, to ask, "What's the newest thing you've got here?" I mean, what sort of question is that? Oh, I don't know, probably the doorbell. I don't know, what does he want of my shirt? What were you thinking?
hoping for?
And I think it's an all right question, because he was saying there's loads of old stuff in there, and he kept going on about the old stuff. So what wanted to say? Well, what's the newest thing you've got?
And what was
Do you know what he said
to
to it? The other question he asked him? He said, "How often do you get new stuff in?" And I said to him, "Why did you ask that?" He said, "Well, I was thinking, if you got antiques and you sell it all, what's left?" Like someone's going to sell all the antiques in the world because they're not making any new stuff. What does that mean? They're not making any new stuff.
But I know for a fact no one's ever going to go in there and buy the lot anyway. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I'm not at any point in my life, and I don't think that'll ever happen, will I go, I need some old Russian wood. Because
It was brilliant.
No,
it was, Steve.
no.
It was beautiful. It's amazing stuff. There's stuff. There's these things from the 16th century of sort of like saints and monks, and they're carved and
There's
they're.
loads of it. It's just all piled up. No one's interested. If I was him, I'd go, do you know what? I'm into this, but no one else is. Close shop. Because seriously, it's just piled up, piles on piles of like old bits of wood with pictures on it and that.
But
There was
think
one
of a man.
fella-
Just think of a man 400 years ago that carved this.
No, but nobody wants it, do they? I've never heard anyone say, you know, oh look, it's my birthday coming up. I'll tell you what I'd love.
What?
Bit of old Russian wood. It doesn't happen. That's what I'm saying. I've never heard anyone saying it. Like, I've never overheard someone saying, "You don't know where the Russian shop is, do you?" And this is in London, where the rates are high. There was this thing, right, Steve? Them old drawings on, like...
It was like a panel from a church that someone had painted,
right, yeah.
and I think it was like, you know, from sort of like 1590 or something.
Yeah.
And it was this a picture of this saint, wasn't it?
So 1590, could be from any time, really. So there's this one there, right, leaning up against the wall, and most of them in there was that Stalin bloke, right? But there was this little...
Right, can I just stop with there? Lenin.
Right,
Okay.
all right then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was on all these bits of wood and stuff, but I saw this other little face, right, little fella with a beard, right? So I said, "Who's this bloke here?" He said, "Oh, the story there, right?" He said, "It's this little fella, and he got mugged back in Russia." This is right, isn't it? This is what he was saying. He said he got
It's
mugged.
just that term that I love that term in a 16th century Russian wood. Oh no, I'm being mugged.
So he got mugged.
He got happy slapped.
And he said, I've had enough of this, right?
Yeah.
And he went to live in the woods, right? Made like a little shed, stayed there. People went to visit him, and like, if you got a problem, you knock on his door and you go, oh, I'm sick of it. And he'll sort of say, yeah, I know what you mean, I've moved out of the city and what have you. And he'd make them feel better, and then they go again. Now, why has that man got a plaque? If he was around now, there's no way he'd have a bit of wood with his face on it, is what I'm saying. If someone had got fed up with living in London or New York or whatever, and they go, I'm going to go and live in the woods, people wouldn't visit him, and he wouldn't get a piece of wood with his face on, is what I'm saying. But this man is selling it for about, I think it was about 750 quid for this bloke's head.
But the chances are that this is either a well-known Russian folktale, or it may even be a piece of classic Russian
He's a
literature.
saint. He was a saint. He was
well, in which
canonised.
case,
Yeah.
But everybody was a saint years ago. That seems to be like thrown about, doesn't it? He was a saint now. Naming one now. Yeah, this fella lived in the woods in a hut. Oh, yeah, that's Saint John or whatever. He's not a saint. He's done nothing. If anything, he's sort of said, I can't be bothered with living in a city with everyone else. Everyone else has got to put up with it, but I can't put up with it. I'm going to live in the woods. Well, if you can't put up with it, you're not good enough, are you? You've got no stamina. And yet he gets a plaque, is what I'm saying. It's annoying.
Who would you
Well,
like to see? Who would you like to see get a plaque in the modern world?
Bro, Carl's a true, like, bot.
I don't know. There's some sense to what he says.
Bro, you're in an antique like, in this perspective, you're in an antique shop. Antique is old.
Good.
How do you say what happens when the old stuff runs out?
But like, okay, it is stupid. It does sound stupid, but think about it. And antiques don't just come about.
Yes, as
Because-
time continues, people want the older stuff.
You know, that's what he's saying though. So let's say, right? Let's say you had an antique shop of, I don't know, all 1500s related things, right? Just for that, you know, time of like time span. Yeah. What happens if one guy walked in there and bought every single antique?
Then he would have all of them.
Right, but then how many
Then
are you?
Then people, like, the people who buy them would also buy them to sell them to other people.
Right, but
That's kind of like, yeah. Then so like that one guy bought them, then no one else could get something from that. Era.
That's what his point is. Let's
Yeah.
say somehow you were to find every single antique in the 1500s and one person bought them. You don't just get new
No, of course
antiques,
not.
new old items. You understand what I'm
But
saying?
that's their value because they're kind of one of a kind in a sense. There's
What the hell are we? I know they're, bro. I'm saying his point is, it sounds stupid when somebody goes in an antique
they'll
shop and
never
says, "Where are the
be-
new thing?" He's saying because you're selling old things, because your market is for old things. When those run out, that market is
There's
done.
no more. Yeah, it's over.
Right. That's kind of. I think that's what was Carl's point. Trying to play devil's advocate.
I'm be honest with you, I don't think he was thinking about that.
think-
I don't think he knew enough about it.
Carl's a low-key genius, bro. But the point he had on the painting is he's testing the market value. He's like, hold up a second. You're selling me this for $750, saying it's an antique. A pool. Who's on? Who is this? It's like going in a pawn shop, right? They grill you in a pawn shop. Who? What? What's the significance? That's
They bring in a guy.
they bring in the guy, like you know,
his
the
Pawn Stars?
historian. But that's what I'm saying, the historian
Yeah.
shit. Anyways, I got your back, Carl. It's my boy. Don't disrespect my boy, Carl.
Bro, neither you or him make any sense, bro. Let's go.
We make sense.
All right.
Who deserves a plaque, in your opinion?
Probably like nurses and that who do a lot of bad things that I think I couldn't do that, carrying lungs about and all that. No, but I couldn't do. Do you know what I mean? That's one job that my mum wanted me to be a doctor.
Whoa!
Magic
What was she thinking? Oh, what's her
This
expectations
particular
like
apple
now?
didn't fall far from the tree.
Oh, when did she start giving up that dream? At what age did she start going, Carl, you don't need to study your books anymore. Go and play with the worms in the garden. When did she sort of like let you off that
Is
dream?
it the day that she caught you with a spoon up your nose?
Wait, what?
But anyway, talking of emails and that, right? Nick, who's emailed from Australia, right, Melbourne, he's been going on about dolphins and that, problems with dolphins.
What problems?
He's just saying when that wind happened, there was like a bad wind thing going on.
Hold on, wait a minute. What bad wind?
In America, They had that.
Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
Right.
And there was like a little bay with
Bad
dolphins in it,
wind.
and
Right.
that, with all guns.
That's a wind.
Bad wind.
Bad wind.
He said a hurricane's a wind.
Bad wind.
A little aggressive, you know.
A little. Trina?
Big aggressive wind.
Yo.
Did that shit wipe out fucking...
Decimated New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah, decimated New Orleans. It was bad too.
It
It
was
was bad
bad.
for a
Bad,
while,
bro.
man. They had all the all the like American leaders going over there from states.
Yo, that
Oh,
Giving
nah,
money.
New Orleans got
Bad.
destroyed,
Yeah,
bro.
that was bad. Bad wind.
They got a Super Bowl out of it.
Okay. I say stupid things. I say
But it's
stupid
true,
things.
though.
Okay. Good job.
on them and stuff.
What? Whoa.
They use dolphins, don't they? They say they're intelligent animal and stuff.
Yeah.
And they've got them all like, they've all had the training. They're all like ready for battle and stuff.
Right.
Got like rifles on them.
What do you mean rifles?
They've
How can they
they've got
hold the
weapons.
rifle? How can they hold the rifle?
No, it's sort of on a strap and that.
What do you mean it's on a strap?
I don't know what they kit them out with, but they're just ready for war.
AK-47s?
whenever
What
it's
are you
off.
talking about?
Listen, though, that isn't the point. Don't worry about it.
Oh, we leave
But what
that
I'm
one, do
saying
we?
is-
That's not the point, so let's leave it.
So they're swimming about. and that,
Yeah,
in
with
little bay.
rifles and berets.
Whatever they've got on.
Yeah.
Ready for battle and stuff.
Yeah, ready for battle, yeah.
The wind comes in.
The wind comes in.
Hurricane Katrina.
Makes a wave, and that they get out of the little bay,
Yeah.
still all kitted out with all the weapons.
You're talking
and
bollocks.
that. Steve, do you want to look at the
Well,
email, mate?
there's
What, do
no
they got
way.
nukes?
There's loads of dolphins now swimming round, kitted out
Causing
with
problems.
guns and that, with a strap. How can a dolphin hold a... Whoa. Again, you've been watching Planet of the Apes. Oh, he's trying to talk to us. What's he saying? He's saying, go ahead, punk, make my day. You're talking shit.
It's just news to say if there's dolphins, if you see a dolphin in that, don't go, oh, it's friendly, because there's some with weapons now. So I'm just reading it out on email. That'll cover it and that. So
Bollocks.
I can't wait for the monkey
Carl,
news.
can we have some monkey news before I die?
all right.
All right.
Oh, chimpanzee that! Monkey news, yeah.
This monkey that was knocking about called Ollie. It was in this zoo.
Ollie.
And it was the only monkey in there, right? And it was getting a bit lonely because, it was sharing its sort of time with, say, an elephant and a giraffe. And
No,
that.
it doesn't happen.
And they didn't really
No,
get on that well.
Wait, they do
No, but
not
let me
put,
just tell you.
They do not put chimpanzees in with...
No,
well, it's
but
not true.
I know
Why
they
would he
look-
share his
no,
time
no,
with an
no, they
elephant and a
don't-
giraffe?
Gervais,
I know
it was some kind of flat share. They put an advert in the student union.
Yeah,
we
but
need,
I'm
we
not- I
got
don't-
2 rooms to let.
African mammal wanted, not
anyway.
specific.
But
A mammoth and a...
What I'm saying is there was other elephants for elephants to knock about with and that. The monkey, it was the only one there. So what happened is the zookeeper
Right.
felt a bit sorry for him. He started to sort of get pally with him. So at lunchtime, when the zookeeper was sat on the wall having his ham butties or whatever, he'd sort of go, "You all right?" And it used to come over closer and closer. Right. Anyway, within a month, he was sat on the wall having his lunch with him. Right.
That
But
aren't true.
anyway,
Go
so
on.
he's sat there, and as time goes on, he's sort of sat with him most of the day. Monkeys
Yeah.
walking around with him, helping feed the other animals and that.
No.
But then what happened is the zookeeper, at the end of the night, when he's locking up and stuff, he'd feel bad because he'd be leaving the zoo and Ollie's sat there and he's like, "I'll see you tomorrow," and the monkey's like, "Yeah, all right, see you later." Looking all fed up because he's got home to go to and he's still stuck in where he's basically working every day. Right, so he's never going home, right?
Now he's sleeping at work, the monkey.
So anyway, the
Yeah.
zookeeper goes home, says to his wife, "Look, Ollie's having a bit of a time at the moment." So she said, "Oh yeah, what's going on?" He said, "Well, he's just looking a bit fed up. He's sick of it." So she said, "Bring him home."
Didn't happen.
So
This is
anyway.
in your head.
So she said, "Yeah, bring it home tonight." So anyway, he's looking forward to going into work and that. He sees Ollie. He doesn't tell him straight away.
It's a surprise for him later.
Gets to the end of the day.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's like, "Get your coat." He's like, "What?"
Coat? What do you mean, get your coat?
but whatever the equivalent is, right? Whatever you say to a monkey, it was kind of like, "You coming with me," sort of thing.
Right.
So he's going, "Oh, brilliant." Anyway,
No, he's not.
So
What do you mean he's going brilliant?
He takes
Look,
it home.
so he gets his
right?
hat and coat.
Yeah.
And he
Can't
go
believe
on,
his luck,
and then-
right?
Yeah.
He goes back to the zookeeper's house. Everything's going well for about a week and a half.
Right.
Treating him really well. He's sat there, he's having a brandy at night before he goes to bed. So he said to his wife, "Look, you're at home all day, right?
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to work. I'll leave it with you, right?" So Ollie stays at home.
Yeah.
Anyway, as time goes on,
Yep.
a little bit of trouble. whilst the fella's busy at work, Ollie starts getting a little bit cheeky. Tries it on with the missus.
There's no way he's just saying this.
Right.
How does a monkey try it on with the missus?
Are you
So
talking
this
shit?
is classic monkey news. And
How does it try it on with
So
the
he's a
missus?
bit drunk. He stinks of smoke. He tries it on with the missus. How does he try it on with her?
I don't know all the detail on
You don't know
on that
any
bit.
of the
I don't know the
details.
detail on that bit. But
You don't
all I
know any of the
No, I don't know
details.
the details on that bit.
You
but I
don't know any of the details.
So what happened? So while the zookeeper's away, the monkey did play. Did the zookeeper's wife reciprocate these affections?
She probably went along with that at first. You know, she's cooking at home, getting the tea ready. That's walking past, pinching her ass or whatever. And it's, do you know what I mean? It starts off just like it does, you know, with humans. Starts off as a bit of fun before you know it. You know, split up in the end anyway. The zookeeper and the what's it?
Okay,
And the monkey
bro.
stayed with the woman. It's all there. It's
Honestly,
all on email, mate.
your imagination.
Well,
you
look
should
it up.
write stories. You
Get
should
people-
write. You
Get
know,
people to look it up. It's just put in monkey, chimp, Ollie, and it's all there.
No, I don't believe shit like that.
Bro, I thought these were supposed to be relatively believable. Bro,
are you
a
looking
monkey
this up?
didn't take...
What do you say, monkey?
Ali monkey hits on
Bro,
female.
the monkey didn't TYB, bro. I can promise you that.
Ollie the monkey.
Monkey gets more bitches than I do. Damn.
Saying something. Jeez. I don't know. I don't believe. We've heard 4 monkey stories.
I don't believe that shit. I don't know.
One of them was somewhat. I think it was the first one. Was somewhat
The space one?
believable. So apparently they did send them in space, but not the way Ricky. Like obviously they didn't
Of
have
course
him,
not.
you know, pressing the important buttons and feeding them bananas. Apparently they were feeding them bananas, but not like the way he explained it.
Obviously not.
I don't know. I just feel like the monkey stories to me feel like it has a base of truth and then it's just completely exaggerated.
A base
for
of truth
effect.
into Carl's imagination.
Right, and then he just exaggerates the shit out of it to, you know,
Yeah,
for
no,
fucking
like
entertainment
obviously,
purposes.
man said a monkey clapped his missus.
Well, that part he said I would imagine it would happen. So obviously he didn't pass it on as fact, but I don't know.
I don't believe it.
I mean, monkeys are close to us. They can have a sexual. What word am I looking for here? Desires.
Sure.
Okay.